Hi guys, this is Sarah Johnson. Thank you for stopping by. So today message is centered around how to get rid of negative thoughts. You know, one of the deep barriers to us fully experiencing what true self-love is, or how to embrace ourself on a much deeper level, is the negative thoughts that we hold in our mind. So these negative thoughts goes like, I am not good enough, I am not lovable, I am too fat, I am too skinny, I am blah, blah, blah. And we hold on to these thoughts as if though they were the truth. And 99.9% of the time, they are not accurate. However, we hold on to them as if that were our Bible. So this video, I want to highlight a 4-step process to help you to shift that perspective, shift those limiting beliefs, and get rid of those negative thoughts. So this process is based on the work of Byron Katie. Byron Katie is a spiritual teacher, very brilliant. And in her book, Loving What Is, she highlights 4 questions that can change your mind and change your life. So these are the questions, that's the basic premise of my video today. So the first step in really examining these negative thoughts and getting rid of them is to identify the thought that is taking hold, taking residence in your mind. So in this video, let's say you have the thought that I am a failure. And many of us at certain point in our lives may have had those thoughts that I am a failure. So say, for example, you are the mother of 2 children. Maybe you don't have a job, or maybe you just lost your job. Maybe you don't have a college degree, or perhaps you're living at home. I can definitely see how it's easy for us to follow the negative thoughts that surface in our mind and to believe the thought that, you know, I am a failure. So first step is identifying the thought. Then you want to go through these 4 questions. And these 4 questions are basically summarized as the work. This is Byron's Katie. If you go to her website, thework.com, she highlights all the questions. You don't even have to purchase the book to navigate through this process of the work. So the first thing you want to say is, I am a failure. The first question is it true? And I know you're thinking, well, all the evidence shows that this is true. I don't have a job. My kid's father doesn't help to support them. I'm living at home and I'm 35 years old. I don't have a car, and we can go on and on and on and on, because that's one of the purpose of our mind, is to keep us in a negative trance, to keep us in a negative state, and to keep us where we are. So you say, yes, that is true, I am a failure. Then you go on to the second question. The second question is, can you absolutely 100% know that this is true? Most of the times we can say no. Am I a failure? Then you perhaps want to look for evidence in your life where you haven't been a failure. Maybe you started college. You know, some people, they want to start something, want to change their lives, but they never begin. Maybe you take very good care of your children, so you have some level of success. So that just disproves the fact that that is not absolutely true, that you are a failure. Then you want to go on to the third question. The third question is, how do you react when you think this thought? So how do you behave when you think this thought that I am a failure? So basically you want to, what is your internal representation? What's the internal cause and effect? How is this thought having an impact on your life? And most times it's a negative impact. So maybe you sleep all day, or you drink alcohol, or you smoke, or you lash out at your kids. Maybe you beat your kids. Maybe You get angry at your parents. Maybe you don't leave the house. Maybe you don't take care of yourself. So how do you behave when you think these thoughts or that thought? And then the last question is, who would you be without this thought? How would your life be different if you did not hold on to this thought? So maybe you will be more present in your children's life. Perhaps you will take care of yourself. Perhaps you will find the initiative to go out and look for a job or start your own business. Maybe you'll go back to school. Maybe you will look for different things to turn your situation around instead of laying in the bed all day, being a victim and beating yourself up. So those are the 4 questions. And then there's a final part to this process of the work. It is a turnaround. So turnaround simply means that you want to look at the thought and what is the opposite of that thought. So your initial thought is, I am a failure. So one opposite thought is, I am demonstrating success in my life. I am successful. And then you want to look for at least 3 supporting evidence within your life, genuine instances within your life right now where you demonstrate that you are a success. You are successful. Perhaps it is you are at you volunteer at your children's school. Maybe you show up all the time to help out in their classes. Maybe you are there for their teachers' conference. You're constantly in contact with their teachers. Perhaps you help your parents around the house. Even though you may not have a job, you help to keep the house clean and keep the house tidy. Perhaps you feed your children a healthy breakfast. Those are, even though your mind may think, oh, that's not success, those are successes. So you want to highlight those. And basically, this turnaround is your prescription for happiness because you have demonstrated that the thought is not true. You have identified how you feel when you think of that thought. And now the turnaround is you have identified areas in your life where this thought is not true. And this is a perfect exercise for you to journal. And I know that it may seem very simple, but it's a very profound and effective exercise. So I advise you to try it out and let me know your thoughts. How did it work for you? Did it help to, eliminate that edge that you had on that thought, the stronghold that that thought or belief had on you? Because it will. It's instantaneous. It shifts your consciousness in an instant once you navigate through those 4 questions and the turnaround. So I advise you to go ahead and get her book, Byron Katie, Loving What Is. She has another few books, but this is the first one that I have read. Also, there is a children's version that is our 4-year-old's favorite book. I read this like 3 times for the evening. It's called Tiger, Tiger, Is It True? And it's important to, expose your children to this work at an early age because kids are so easily influenced by their peers, by teachers, by people who tell them negative things. So it's important to expose them. So it's Tiger, Tiger, Is It True? 4 questions to make you smile again. And don't forget, if you haven't already, thumbs up my video if this message resonates with you. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day and do this process. Do the work. Have a wonderful day.